Sean, you are looking live at the Farrell Center in Waco, Texas. Big Monday continues. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Baylor Bears. And what a dogfight atop the Big 12 standing. Baylor at 6-2, their best start ever in conference history, tied with Oklahoma and West Virginia. And Texas only a game back at 5-3. The emoji lineups on the left. There's your Texas starting five. You're familiar with them. Keep an eye on Prince eBay, the 6'11 center. And for the home team, he'll be battling the leading rebounder in the conference. And that is Rico Gathers. Not who you were looking at right there, but Taurean Prince is the big man as far as the Bears are concerned. So here we go. Tommy Eads, Doug Sermons, and Jerry Pollard. Well, Fran, Texas with the first possession. What do you make of the Longhorns and this great run that they're on, having won 5 of their last 6?
Shaka Smart has got them playing confidently. If you want a recipe to stay in this league race, win your home games.
Rammert with that great range, keeps it outside with Felix along with Taylor. eBay, the big fellow, with Rico Gathers keeping an eye on him. And a 3-ball to start it. And that was Isaiah Taylor knocking it down. And right away, the Smart press and our first whistle. So Shaka Smart with a little bit of pressure, and the officials going over the scoring table over here, and it looks like it's going to be Baylor ball out of bounds on the side here with with the shot clock not functioning. Now they're going to take 3 seconds off, and they're going to give the Bears 27 frame.
And you know why he took his jacket off? Because it feels like a straight jacket. The way he coaches on that sideline, good move.
Wainwright on the drive. eBay, a shot blocker, couldn't get there on time. Quickly.
Oh, that's a good play, a smart play.
And it was Prince forcing the turnover, and he foul. Offensive foul against Taurean Prince after a terrific defensive play.
Brent, you can save the ball and go out of bounds and come back in. Taurean Prince had the presence of mind to do that. Take a look. If your momentum takes you out of bounds and you hop back in 2 feet in, you are allowed to pick up that ball. Smart play. Of course, he charged. 1-1-3 zone, Brent, and the soft spot is on the baselines.
And that's what Texas worked on in practice here today.
Here it is.
They kick it on the inside to that baseline. eBay couldn't handle the rebound. Still battling for it. Now he comes away with it.
They're going to give Taylor this shot. That's why.
1 for 2. Scramble for the loose ball. It'll be the Bears quickly bringing it down to the attack with Medford, their little point guard, running the operation. Freeman comes inside, sealed up, back outside. Wainwright misses the 3-ball. And as eBay comes over the tap, here comes the whistle. And here's the big fella's problem. Got to stay out of foul trouble.
Well, you're exactly right, Brent. In the games that Cameron Ridley played this year, Prince eBay averaged 1 foul every 3 minutes. Since he's been a starter and playing more minutes, it's 1 every 7 minutes. He must stay on the floor.
So they give that foul to Felix rather than eBay.
Oh, that's a break. This is a traditional 2-3 zone, Brent.
Prince nails the 3-ball. He worked on that for about 30 minutes today. He came out, shot around all by himself before they went over to their practice facility to walk through the defensive game plan. But he's been working on that. And with 15 NBA scouts here watching his size, he knows he's got to step out and hit shots at the perimeter as he just did.
Watch all the green shirts above the foul line. The inside is soft right now.
And there is eBay, and those scouts want to see him. For his size, he can run the floor. Stays out of foul trouble, that Fran was telling you about, and Prince coming at him. Tap back by Gathers, leading rebounder in the conference. And the Bears out by 2. This looks like a toughie here.
Oh, yeah, yep. Remember, eBay's the only shot blocker, so when Prince got to the rim, Gathers was able to clean up the miss.
Lambert's got to go back outside against this tough zone defense. Coach Scott Drew over there on the side. Lambert. And one. Oh, big move by 2-1.
Brent, we saw Connor Lambert's career high at Kansas, and this move right here, this speaks to the confidence level of all these kids now in February playing for Shaka Smart, and it's the reason they've been so hot lately.
Lambert nailed all 5 of his trays against the Jayhawks on a Monday night. And here it is, a 3-point play for Lambert.
A little bit of pressure now by Texas. They've pressed more later in the year than they did early. They're getting comfortable with Shaka Smart's style.
Here's Medford. Taylor hounds him. No good, but a good offensive rebound pulled back down. A fresh set for Baylor.
Wainwright is their glue guy.
Freeman, Felix trying to keep him on the outside. He does. Shot clock's down inside 5 now. Medford's got to go, and he does. Beautiful move by the point man.
You talk about improvement. He has been terrific this year. Leads the conference in assists. Very efficient point guard.
Yancey, the first man off the Longhorn bench, number 5.
Brent, there's only one green jersey on the baseline. That's why you got to attack down there.
Felix off the front of the iron. Lambert, offensive rebound. Felix wants to drive it. Comes up with it. Well done on the attack.
Well, I remember his freshman year, he dropped 27 in here in a Longhorn win. Been around 4 years now.
Taylor out on Freeman. Rico gathers. Pops out now. Gives a screen, rolls back. Medford's going to give it to him. And Lambert forced to foul him. So the big fella's coming to the free throw line. Got to find Holly Rowe. Where is she tonight? When we come back, we've got to find her. Where did she go?
We got a new DJ here at Baylor, DJ Rowe, and our playlist tonight is going to be Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. For Texas, that diamond pressure defense. Can Baylor avoid being a trap queen and get rid of those traps in the backcourt? Also, it's all about that base. Rico gathers, Prince eBay down low. Number 1 concern for Shaka Smart is rebounding. And this is a Brent Musburger request. On the road again, how is Texas going to handle that Baylor zone?
Well done. What song would you like to request of our new DJ?
Oh, no, I defer to you. On the road again is perfect for this rivalry. Only 90 miles apart. These two teams have really gotten after it the last few years. And now Shaka Smart is new to the rivalry. He's getting a taste of it early, Brent.
So what have you seen in the first few trips here, Frank?
You know, I love the battles inside. We talked about Gathers and eBay, 2 guys really important to their teams. And guess what, Brent? We're watching the emergence of a young big man in eBay who's waited 3.5 years.
So Rico Gathers steps up to the free throw line. He will shoot the first free throw for Baylor. Knocks it down.
And we're talking about that matchup. This is length versus girth, but how about the guy with length? He weighs 265. Of course, we've been watching Gathers for a number of years.
Give me the story about the Buffalo Bills NFL scout here tonight.
There is a gentleman sitting on the baseline who is scouting Rico Gathers because it's the way to go right now. If you can find a Jimmy Graham or an Antonio Gates.
Wait a minute. When I look at Rico taking a break right now at the end of the bench, I'm putting him on the defensive line, my friend. I'm saying sick him, Rico.
But he is starting. You know what, Brent? He didn't want to hear that football stuff for a while, but you know what? Get a chance to make a little money.
Money talks, and you know what walks, baby. Here we go now. And before the drive, down and underneath. This is going to be a foul against Baylor. That defense is hard to solve, friend.
Yep.
Look, he kicks it back, and Felix is open briefly and nails it. That is one of the answers.
Absolutely. If you drive it into that gap and you contract that zone, you can kick that out.
5 for Felix in the early going. McClure, number 22. Friend, this is the first time I've had a chance to see him live. He was very ballyhooed as a high school player. Top recruit for the Bears. Camped over in the corner. This is Prince. Comes back up with, pulls the trigger, and got the bounce.
Torian Prince is coming off of a summer where he played for the United States in the Pan Am Games with grown men, and he said it really helped him. And he's a guy that the scouts are looking at tonight as well.
He's put up a quick 5 in this game, too. Davis on the floor. One of the talented Texas freshmen camped over in the corner. Taylor wants him to come back outside, and Taylor's going to take the 3. Wainwright with a defensive rebound. Deadlocked at 13 here in the early going.
Texas has really improved their half-court defense in the last month. We watched them take Vanderbilt out of everything they ran. Brent, if you're not going to throw it to the baseline, you have to get into the middle of that zone. Little screen by Lammert and a kick out really nicely done. And then on the other end, Torian Prince, who can really play inside and out, posts up the smaller Taylor. He gets a chance to drop that in.
So Coach Drew sends Terry Maston into the game. Going to give Wainwright a break. And I want to point out that Jonathan Motley, 6'9" sophomore from Houston, is out there on the floor, number 5. He's another one of those players that the scouts are taking a long look at. He's got that NBA length, the one thing they look for right away. What kind of size do these fellas have? That's him right there. Ooh, better work on that shot, big fella.
He's more of a paint guy. But those 2 sophomores are part of that long line of big men that Scott Drew has developed, going back to Epe Udoh and Anthony Jones and the like.
And Roach. Good looking freshman. Been red hot. This would be his 3rd game in a row. Good looking stroke.
You know, he probably had the best game of his career against Vanderbilt. He played 30 minutes.
And a whistle in the backcourt. Davis and Lammert were over on the ball. It's going to be Baylor basketball out of bounds on the side.
Hey, Brent, you remember how good Eric Davis was at Kansas?
He was great that day.
Yep, you got Roach and Davis and Tevin Mack.
Catch and shoot. There's Prince's game.
Yep.
That's opening up Scott's eyes. He's one of those fine seniors, one of those fellows who stayed in school, improved his game, got a chance to make it to the green room.
Yes, sir. You know why it's so impressive? He signed with LIU out of high school. Coaching change, he signed here. And he gets better every season.
Davis keeps the dribble, and it will be Longhorn basketball.
I'll tell you, Brent, when you talk about Buddy Hield and Niang and Ellis, the reason this league is so strong this year is because of these seniors, and Torian Prince, one of those guys. He told us yesterday he's not trying to score as much this year. He's trying to figure out different ways to help this young team.
eBay's going to take a break, and Shaquille Clare off the Longhorn bench will see his first action. So both coaches substitute freely here in the early going of this game. This can wind up being a battle of attrition between these 2 teams.
Well, I like the pace so far. Both teams moving the ball well. Oh, boy.
Again, he comes and knocks it down.
Yeah.
Kerwin Roach, 2-time triple jump champion as a high school jumper out of the Houston area. Just a tremendous athlete. But he's showing us he's a basketball player in the last 3 games.
Remember, we watched Buddy Hield as a freshman. These 2 young guards are really at the same spot Buddy Hield was 3 years ago.
So clear with that foul.
Hey, Brent,
we come back.
I want to do a little coaching.
Okay.
I want to do a little coaching.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go huddle up with that. It's okay.
Can I huddle up
You
with those
better
guys?
come back afterwards, buddy. That's next. Well, let's take a look at how Baylor is planning for success. Brought to you by Northwestern Mutual.
Your timeout organization, you've got to be clear, consistent, and confident. I like this plan. My point guard in the middle so I can look in his eyes. He's my quarterback. His backup, Jake, right behind him. I got my wing players over here, and their backups are right behind them. Keep running the floor. You're doing a great job. I love it. Let's get a blow for you, Ish. Let's go. King, come in there. Keep it going. Big guys, keep at it. Go at these guys inside. You got that, TP? All right, same thing with you, TJ, okay? Now, one more thing. Will you please rebound?
It's hard out there, Coach.
You know what? Right on
I
cue.
scared
He's
him.
only got one rebound in this game. I
Exactly.
looked down there.
Yep.
And you know what? That's exactly what Coach Drew wants
him.
to tell
Exactly.
gathers. Get
Well-
out there and grab some more boards.
Well, the reason we did that, Brent, is
Good job.
as a coach, even though you're in February, a lot of the pressure decisions have got to be made in the non-pressure time of the preseason. So you have to work on things like timeout organization.
So here's Maston coming up to that free throw line. Knocks it down.
See, Coach Drew, he's got the point guard in the middle. I
He
like
listened
it.
to you.
Yeah.
He listened to you.
Pretty good. He's see that? But it's important. The kids want to know that their coach has a plan when the pressure is on.
So the free throws pull Baylor back to within one, as you see Coach Scott Drew over there on that far side, tied for first in the Big 12. We've made so much out of Oklahoma that people have overlooked the fact that Baylor and West Virginia are tied with OU for first. And what a dogfight, folks. Don't miss February in the Big 12.
There's that pressure zone now. 1-1-3. Those wings come way out.
And on the player travel, turned it over on the entry pass.
Claire has got to give them good minutes tonight. He's the young man that transferred from Maryland, went to high school in Houston. He's a Bahamian. He knows Buddy Hield pretty well.
They probably played together.
Yeah.
down there. Little beach basketball down there.
Beach
Frank. They got
basketball,
some
yep.
concrete courts, hard by the ocean and the sand. It was great to see Buddy's mom make our
Yeah.
game over to LSU and Baton Rouge on the weekend. So here are the Baylor Bears. Mason goes over the top to Prince. And Prince has got the smaller lead. Went over Felix and didn't nail it. And Felix tried to chase it down out of bounds. Baylor basketball.
You see Scott Drew came out of the timeout, created a mismatch. Prince not able to finish it, but well, that's what's been so much fun about this league. And we talked about it last year, Brent. We were hoping that all these stars would come back.
Yeah, obviously the ones that can go and play at a high level of the NBA, I got it.
Yep.
I understand it. But for so many of them, they will help themselves, as Buddy Hield did.
Oh, man.
By staying at Oklahoma. He's made himself millions, folks. He's a first rounder for sure. Now, talking to the scouts, they love it.
Oh, yeah, he's going to end up in the lottery. There's no question.
Gather steps out, rims out. Taylor down with the rebound.
The thing that impresses me about Taylor this year, he's so much more under control. He's utilizing that great speed very wisely.
Jake Lindsey of Salt Lake City checks in. His dad, the general manager of the Utah Jazz. Taylor pulls the trigger, left baseline. Nice shot.
If you can get the ball down there, there's only one defender on the baseline to start, and good look over the top. I'll tell you, this Lindsey kid is a tough kid, Brent. They went to a triangle and two at Iowa State, and he guarded George Niang for about 6 minutes.
Keeping the ball outside at the perimeter, the Texas defense hounding them. They don't want to let Prince get loose, and Roach is a little bit too tight on him, so he fouled him. Well, Fran, this is going to be something now on Wednesday night. Well, there's Fran. But, folks, it's a three-man. Folks, I'm so old and I'm starting to work with fathers and sons. Rick Barry is the analyst with me in the NBA. John Barry, we're going to welcome him to Allen Fieldhouse. Biller's going to work with Doug Collins. Dickie V's going to work with Van Gundy. Jay Williams, he's going to work with Mark Jackson. And
whoa! Hey,
oh yes,
Brent. One of the,
wow.
Brent, one of the Barry boys is going to have a son soon. That's going to go into broadcasting.
Yes.
You got to stick around for the grandson.
I will. I will. I got to outlast Dickie V. The race is on.
Oh,
you know?
man.
The two AARP All-Stars are going at it. It's 21-18.
You know, Dick's got no energy. You know?
It's unbelievable. He's fabulous at his age, Fran. And
you know it.
Working with you and Jay Bellis and Dickie V, it's been great this year. We've had such terrific games. In the Big 12. I mean, #1 conference in the RPI.
I thought I kept you young. I think Dickie V's kept you young.
You try to get me on that iced tea. You know what I'm saying? Here's Lindsay. Drives in and yanked away. Claire cleared it out, and here come the Horns now. The Horns lead it by 3.
I'm in love with these two freshman guards, Roach and Davis.
Oh, man, what a career they've got ahead of them, huh?
They're growing up. Roach from Houston, Davis from Saginaw, Michigan.
Tevin Mack is another one we haven't talked about. I see that he's seeing some time now. And coming back, and Roach fouled. And that's his second personal foul. So we'll see if Shaka makes a move, and he does. Felix is up right away. And so Roach will take a seat as he picks up his second personal foul. Meanwhile, Ish Wainwright back on the floor now. Texas is shooting 57% from the floor. They've hit 8 of 14, and Baylor only 42% against this Texas D. Medford back running. Felix takes him. Great feed and a better block in underneath. Mack with great defense. Head now to Taylor. Taylor corner ball to Davis. Fleet coming down that baseline, cut off by the bigs. Ball goes out of bounds. White basketball. Yeah, Fred, it's just really something to see Baylor atop with, and of course Oklahoma #1 in the country, and they'll be #1 in the coaches poll if they win this week, as North Carolina goes down tonight. West Virginia, I know they struggled in the SEC Challenge, but they're still tied for first in the Big 12.
Yes, and the big thing, Texas, I depressed Shaka Smart on Saturday when I told him 7 of his remaining 10 games are against teams projected in the field. But everybody's got that in this league. Shooter.
Mack rimmed out. Freeman all alone. And the head man at the other end is Motley, out of bounds. Texas basketball, a little ragged here.
Yeah, not a good decision by Freeman. He's telling Motley he should have caught it, but you can't put your big guy in that kind of a bad way. Asking him to catch that ball, unless the Buffalo Bills would like it. We might get 3 of these guys drafted tonight in the NFL.
Well, we got a couple of, interesting, we got a couple of tight ends in the Super Bowl were terrific high school basketball players. Daniels with the Broncos and Olsen with the Panthers. Left-handed,
nice
and one. Claire looking pretty big fella.
Big guy came home to his adopted home. He's played his high school ball in Houston, sat out last year. They can really use that. Really well done. You have to attack the middle of this zone. It's a soft area. And he caught it, shot it right over Gathers. High school teammate Isaiah Taylor.
He was Isaiah's high school teammate.
Yeah, Baylor school.
Today was one of the first days I've watched a Shaka Smart practice day of game. Very organized, very disciplined. He gets a lot done on game day.
You remember when we walked into the gym in the hallway, we could hear the sneakers squeaking and guys cheering for each other. It's been a process all season, but they believe in the system now, and it's proven itself on the court.
With his hands up, that's what he was waving out there. Gathers, trying to back down on Claire, up over the top. Got the bounce.
Yes, he did.
Senior bounce.
Yep. Willie Mosconi would have liked that bounce.
Yeah. Crowd alive here. They trail it by 4. Back on defense.
Nice.
Great pass by Taylor. Wrap around is a beauty by DeMarcus Holland, another veteran.
Well, we told you if you can get the ball to the baseline, because 4 green jerseys are up, there's only 1 defender down there.
Well, suddenly the lead is 6, and that's the largest lead of this game. Medford loads Motley. Well done.
Second time they've got it right to the box on that play. That time Motley finished. Good poise by Felix. Pulls it out. Just watch all that room down here on the baseline.
Mack under enormous pressure. Did not have much daylight. And it opens the door for Baylor to put together hoops here.
Oh, they should have thrown it in. They had the mismatch.
Medford lob. It was not an accurate lob, and so it was a little bit of a degree of difficulty was enormous and leaked. Oh, Felix at the other end. Came down just what you said, got into that baseline.
Yep.
Pretty jump shot.
Well, this is a guy that's having a great senior year. Remember the big game he had against North Carolina when they were #1 back in December. Hit that buzzer beater.
Medford got in a little bit too deep, and Claire came over defensively. We've got a timeout. Folks, I want you to watch Felix on this move. Little man, get inside. Now fade and drop it down.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball. And Quicksilver from Capital One. Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back every purchase every day.
So, Holly, the 40, how fast can Gathers run it?
He has not tried to run that yet, but it has been a slow process for him to wrap his mind around that he might be a good football player, too. His brother, Greg, did play at Georgia Tech, college football. A health problem kept him out of the NFL, but Rico hasn't wanted to be known as a football body. He has really resisted that idea. Last year, he finally allowed us to start talking about it a little bit more. And when I asked him yesterday, how do you feel if we kind of discuss more about your football future? He said, hey, let's blow that up. He is kind of embracing that is something that he could look forward to in the future. He's got the build and he's got the hands.
Yeah, indeed, Holly. And meanwhile, Al Freeman's coming to the free throw line after that field goal. And just, folks, look at those shoulders. I mean,
Well, and
it's enormous.
why not, Brent? Look at these guys who've made their mark in the NFL, all college basketball players. Jimmy Graham out in Seattle now. You know,
Tight ends.
Yeah, you know, Shaka Smart coached the guy last year, Mo Alley Cox, who is a beast. He's a lot like Rico Gathers, and I think he'd be a specimen, too, as an NFL tight end.
I hope that Roy Williams approves if we talk about basketball players as football players.
We got him in the NFL green room, Brent. We're going to hear from...
He's unhappy with it. Come on, come on.
NFL green room's good, right?
Inside.
Hey.
And we got a foul going against Baylor back. And I just want to say, listen, I've talked about the green room with all the fellas. We're not trying to encourage anybody to go into the NBA, Roy. Make no mistake about that. But we do like to honor. Listen, Simmons is going. He's a freshman, going to be the first player. But to talk about these youngsters like eBay and Prince who stayed and seniors, and do they have a chance? That's what this is all about.
Yes.
And to show the fans some of the great talented players that we're bringing up.
And you see this kid eBay out there, Brent. I'm going to tell you, if you asked 100 college basketball fans who's more likely to be in the NBA next year, Rico Gathers or Prince eBay, 95% would say Rico Gathers. I'm not sure this kid won't be on an NBA roster next year because of that size.
Yeah, great size. He can run the floor.
He runs, he blocks shots.
Absolutely. And the shot blockers who are around 7 feet, the NBA keeps a little bit of an eye on those fellas.
Yep.
Freeman, see, he was influenced. And then leads to a bad pass because of that size. And look at a block by Prince. Pounds the Texas player Holland to the floor. And you're going to foul him. Get your money's worth, baby. And Prince did.
Watch him size it up. And you know what? That's not even a foul, Brent.
That's
clean,
great
yeah,
play.
Clean block.
That's a great play.
This is a guy that you talk about the NBA, you're talking about a 3-and-D guy. A guy that can make threes. Look at that hustle. Yep.
Look at this. Staying on the inbounds pass. Coming away. But he turns it back over. And this could lead to a home run at Wainwright. There should be an NBA rule on that. That was a breakaway for a layup.
You know what? You're right, but I love the foul. The reason I love it, it's what they do in the international play. Don't give up the layup. Now, as long as he tried to make a play on the ball, I like this. Because
he should be shooting free throws.
I know, but he gave up a foul here. Let's watch. It was close.
Another guy coming, wasn't
yeah.
there? Yeah. No. I bow to you. I bow to you. Second foul on Wainwright, by the way.
Can I get that on tape? Save that tape. Save that piece of tape.
eBay's got double. Kick it back outside. Paula with a great feed in low, and Motley forced to foul on that. That was, you talked about the baseline.
Oh, yeah.
Smart has worked long and hard about bringing players from the corner down the baseline to attack this zone. That was part of his game plan.
Absolutely. I'm no genius, but when 4 green shirts are up by the foul line and there's only 1 green on the rim, baseline's open.
So Yancey comes to the free throw. I have to believe that the folks down in Austin are enjoying the brand of basketball. Listen, there was great success under Rick Barnes, and this is not a knock on him. There comes a time we knew Rick was going to coach again. He's a very talented guy. He's with Tennessee right now. But it's just changed things. I guess they're still going to build that new arena. Are they down in Austin?
At some point, they're going to build a new arena because they're building, Brent, a beautiful medical center right there by the Irwin Center. I bet they have a new arena within 5 or 7 years.
This kind of attack, they got to start to rock a little in Austin for basketball.
I agree. And this style may be doing it. And they have a terrific recruiting class coming in. Alexis Jones, who plays here for the Lady Bears, she was a transfer from Duke. Her brother is coming here, Andrew Jones, going to Texas.
High feed in. Prince,
nice.
What a great pass to Gathers. Oh, my. Prince is showing the 15 NBA scouts a little bit of how well he can play at a high level.
He told me today, Brent, when he was on that Pan Am team in Toronto, I spent a week with him. He said, I grew up because I went against men. And you can see the intensity this guy plays with. He lives in the weight room in anticipation of getting ready to bang with some of those guys at the next level.
Let's check in with Holly.
Well, if you guys look at the improvement that Taurean Prince has made in his physique, it is remarkable. He said that after learning that he wasn't strong enough, he came back to the weight room, and under their great strength coach, Charlie Melton, he has added some serious muscle. How he's done it is lift a little bit more like a football player. He goes a little bit harder, a little bit faster, do a little bit more force output than he normally did, and he said, I'm committed to getting stronger because I learned that lesson at the Pan Am Games that I wasn't a grown man enough.
eBay travel. They assaulted him down low, didn't they? They came after the big fella that time. But the Longhorns enjoy the 5-point lead.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by The People versus O.J. Simpson, only on FX.
This could be in time.
Beep, beep, Jeep halftime report coming up. Seth Greenberg, Jay Williams, feeling blue. The Tar Heels struggles for Marcus Page continues. Louisville, a win at home. We'll review that. And also, take a look at what's going on between NC State and Florida State right now on ESPNU. Bacon with 8, Brandon with 6, Beasley, the Killer Bees getting it done, Brent, as well. And SMU in trouble against Houston. Back to you guys.
No, that's a surprise, Carl. We look forward to that update from you in the game, because when I checked SMU, they were off to a lead against Houston. So what a story that is. Frank, both these teams are shooting over 50% here tonight. 11 of 21 for the Horns and 10 of 19 for the Bears as Baylor takes it out of bounds.
Well, the defense has been pretty good, not for lack of effort, certainly, but I love the way the offenses are playing. Good tempo both ways.
We've had some good assists in this game, too. Some good quality passing, and that leads to some great shots. Gathers stepping out now. He'll wait for Medford.
They're trying to get Prince posted up inside. They ought to go to his direction. There it is.
Freeman comes around, and he'll pull up the J. And there's Gathers. That's what he does better than... Wow.
You see how he moved Prince underneath with his hips?
With his hips.
I think he could do that on a linebacker, Brent, on a down and in over the middle.
You know where I'm putting him, baby. Holland lost the handle, turned it over.
What do you think, Brent? Take a look at our guy Rico Gathers. Watch him work Prince right inside. Oh, that's strength right there. Hip strength.
11 points for Rico. Maybe the NBA will take a second look.
I know. Oh, he can go that way now.
He can make more money in the NFL.
Yeah,
We all know that.
He'll definitely, if he wants, be in a summer camp. I don't know what the draft prospects are, but.
Medford shot a great pass to Prince and traveling.
He traveled because there was a great closeout right in the lane, 5 white jerseys. Brent, you know, we talked about this at Kansas. When you change the culture of a program like Shaka Smart has, it's okay to talk about it, work on it, but you got to have some belief in your coach. That North Carolina win early in the year and then that win at West Virginia, the belief started to rise in these guys, and you could see the transformation.
Oh, this is a good-looking basketball team. Everybody plays the horns. Kansas will tell you that. Texas played them really tough in Allen. Here's Yancey. Sends it over to Davis. Here's the freshman.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, these two guys.
Telling
Roach and
you.
Davis. I'm telling you. Frank, you're right on the money about these kids.
Well, we watched him. Remember, he had no fear at Kansas and Allen Fieldhouse.
They have kept Baylor from making a sustained run and stringing together points to regain this lead. Down by 6. They were once down by 8. That was the largest lead. Deflected.
Great
Yancey
matchup.
can't stay with it, but he's all over him. Gathers going, and that time eBay got the best of him. Felix is fouled. Medford fouled him from behind. Watch this block.
Yeah, this is a great finish to a good defensive possession. I think he blocks this with his left hand. Watch how he stays on the ground until the last minute.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
this is good. Assistant coach Darren Horn, our former colleague, former head coach at South Carolina, works with him every day on staying on the ground and staying out of foul trouble.
You know, it is great what you can do with your mind. You know, he had to step in with the Ridley injury. He hadn't played quality minutes, sustained it for Texas, and here he is playing like he is, and it's all because of his determination, listening to coaches. It's great. Prince puts it on the deck, kicks back outside now, and here comes Medford. And because of that eBay size, he had to loft it up. Prince, offensive rebound, gives it to Gathers. Lambert covers him.
See, eBay didn't even have to jump that time, and he distracted that Baylor interior. Oh, this is a war. This is going to be a fun second half.
What a month of February in the Big 12.
See that, Brent? He stayed on his feet.
That's right. He stayed straight up. Didn't jump into him. Influenced 2 shots on that trip down below. Here's that zone, and Texas has done a superb job against it here today. About as good as any team I've seen against this zone in the first half over here in Waco, I got to tell you.
Yep, they've had a plan, haven't they?
They really have had a plan. And Davis is fouled on the assault, right? Well, college football's National Signing Day Wednesday, covered coast to coast on ESPNU, ESPN2, and the SEC Network. And the nation's #1 recruit, Rashawn Gary, going to go to Bristol, make his decision live, 1 Eastern. Folks, Michigan is the favorite. He's an outstanding defensive lineman from New Jersey. But how about the Baylor Bears? That's right, they are #1 in the Big 12, number 11 overall, according to the ESPN rankings. Alabama jumped him to slip into 10, and watch for Saban and the Crimson Tide to finish well. 2 schools who really finish well 24 hours are Alabama and Florida State. Longhorns, what's going on with the Texas Longhorns? You guys are 5th in your state. You know, I can't believe that.
How about you were telling me about Houston's recruiting class,
They're
right?
ahead of the Horns.
Tom Herman, yep. Here's a little diamond pressure now. No, it's man-to-man, actually.
Freeman going to bring it up. Last 20 seconds here of the first half.
Well, Texas has taken Baylor out of their rhythm. Usually a pick and roll here. Here comes Maston.
Medford keeps it. Holland sticks with him, scoops up, no. And eBay gets the rebound at the end. A very, very impressive first half for a visiting team.
You know what? You can't get a center like that on eBay, Brent. You know?
That's right. Let's go to Holly.
Well, Coach Drew, you just had a little conversation with your point guard, Lester Medford, as he's walking off the floor. What was the message you're trying to send?
Well, he did a good job penetrating, but he got to stay on his feet and then dump it off. So, obviously, we don't want that shot, and he knows that.
You've had a quick turnaround to prepare for this Texas press. How do you think your guys are doing against it, and what can they improve?
We're doing fine. They're doing a good job in the half court guarding us, and we're not moving the ball enough. We're playing too much off the bounce and ending up with contested shots. So we got to do a little bit better job of that.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
The Texas Longhorns use 10 players for Coach Smart. They shoot 54% from the field. They lead it. Now let's go to the Jeep halftime report. Here's Carl Ravitch and the gang.
Hi, Brent. Thank you. Hi, Brent. Thank you very much. And you can just sense that Texas is starting to feel a little bit better about themselves. The whole Havoc thing, which isn't necessarily yet
not Havoc at all.
Not Havoc. It's like
Contain, contest.
Yeah, well, a little bedlam type stuff going on, but they're feeling better about themselves.
They are. You know, offensively, they're getting the ball in the middle of that zone, and they're making plays. They shot 55% from the field and also 50% from the three-point line. And they have 12 assists on 12 made field goals. And one thing you have to do when you play against that Baylor matchup zone, ball fakes. You work the zone from side to side. You get the ball in the gaps of that zone. You see the ball fake up top again. Once again, the ball's rotating over. Get the ball down low. A finish with Prince eBay over the top. I mean, those are the kind of plays that you need. Once again, ball comes back up top. Dribble drive, Isaiah Taylor with a great find and a good finish down low. You get the zone moving from side to side, like you're moving from side to side right now in your chair, trying to get comfortable. It's about getting comfortable playing against the matchup zone.
I figured it out.
I think the offense has been terrific, but I actually think defensively is the difference. And this is not Havoc. This is contain and contest. And what Texas has been able to do is keep everything in front of them, all right? Take away all splits, and what you do by that is you then keep them off the offensive glass. You think about Baylor, you think about offensive rebounding. Right. Texas has done a great job because they're not in rotation. Their man is in front, their help is early, their recovers early, and now they're positioned to rebound the basketball. So they've really improved offensively. But they're winning with defense right now by getting stops, limiting people to one shot. And the culture of Texas, what Shaka Smart has brought is confidence. Their culture, there was nothing wrong with their culture. They've been to the NCAA tournament 16 out of the last 17 years.
We're not reinventing the wheel.
We're not reinventing, but he has given this team confidence, and you see it on the offensive side.
In time, will it be Havoc? Like, we'll wait over.
I think you got to recruit into Havoc. Right now, this team is not suited for that.
They're going there. That's what.
Well, they're moving there a little bit, but no Cameron Ridley, so things are different.
All right, good start though for Texas and Baylor. Second half after this, we'll continue here with Uncle Seth and Junior. You guys are all excited about things. Louisville outstanding tonight against Carolina. Not easy to win on the road in the ACC. Blue, feeling blue tonight.
Not only football and basketball, that's the Baylor Acro tumbling team. National championship. Mary Lou Retton's daughter is out there. They entertained everybody at halftime. Texas leads Baylor 35-29. What a battle we've got down low with the big fellas.
This is what we talked about. Rico Gathers. We know what he's done in 4 years. The emergence of Prince eBay. We're watching it before our eyes. And let's take a look. Gathers early, getting his way, scoring inside. And he muscles eBay out of the way, but eBay comes right back early. This is a guy, righty, uses that left-hand jump hook, and then shows you what he does. Really, this is where he butters his bread, the defensive end. And Brent, you see the numbers? They're not gargantuan for eBay. The best number of all, only one foul in 13 minutes.
Exactly. You can stay on the floor, Fran, here in the second half. I was talking to some of the scouts, the intermission. the fellow that stood out for him in the first half was Prince.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
They said he is looking like an NBA star.
You know who's making him money? Draymond Green.
Exactly.
Because the league has gone smaller. It's small ball. It's speed. It's versatility. And that's Taurean Prince.
That's exactly what Pat Knight said. He reminded him of Draymond Green.
How about
when he
that?
watched him.
Pat Knight now scouting for the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, that's Bob Knight's son, of course, working for the Indiana Pacers is here. Scouting, and there's a violation, a turnover, a 5-second violation. We check in with Holly.
I spoke with Shaka Smart, Texas coach, at the half. Unfortunately, he's losing his voice, so he's going to have to try to make it through this game. But he said we've got to be good in transition defense. He wants a little bit more activity on that zone, on that press that they have, being better on defense. But he said, hey, we're not doing a great job on the glass. Baylor's got 6 offensive rebounds, and they have scored 6 points off second chance. So we want a bigger, more active presence on the glass.
And Coach Drew's having little problems with his voice too, so a great strain. Fran, did you ever grow hoarse yelling at those kids in Manhattan?
Me, I never yell, Brent. You know what? You lose your voice this time of year because it's used so much. Scott Drew did something last night interesting in practice. He used a microphone during the walkthrough so everybody could hear him.
Here's Gathers stepping far away, and this is Prince, whom we spoke about. That's the shot that they want to see him knock down.
Now the Baylor defense has come out way more aggressive in the second half. They've actually started to trap a little bit. Let's look for that. Remember, the baseline is where Texas had great success in the first half.
Felix had a great first half, 7 points and 5 assists. He was a ringleader out on the floor, and Coach Smart's got him out there right now.
There's that baseline.
And here comes Taylor down it, wrap around, and the battle gets away from eBay, and Prince has it for Baylor. The bench, 16 points for Texas in the first half, only 4 for Baylor. Gathers won't stay down, battle for the rebound. Prince is there to follow, and eBay comes up, and the foul is going to be called. He swatted it away. 2 shots for Baylor. 1 of 3 tied, along with Oklahoma and West Virginia.
Yeah, remember, Brent, Oklahoma came in here, shot the lights out against Baylor, and one of the recipes to staying at the top of the league is winning your home games in this league.
Guess who I also saw at halftime? Guess who's here? Art Briles. You know how good he's recruiting when he comes in to watch the basketball game. At a few hours, okay, Art Briles was over there, and here he is talking, but there is Pat Knight. That's
Bob.
That? And Art and Bob are buddies. He likes him, and you know, Bob was never really complimentary about Baylor, but he likes Art Briles, the football coach.
Well, Art Briles is, you know, he's the former high school coach at Stephenville, and the Texas high school coaches have taken care of him in recruiting, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's done a great job. What a wonderful ballpark they built out here for the football team, folks. If you haven't had a chance to go to a game, make sure you do down here in Texas. It's really a splendid arena. Lambert feeds eBay down low, comes up over the top. That's a shot he's got to have.
Brent, I'll tell you, this kid has come so far in just a few weeks, really, since the injury to Ridley. And the offense is a bonus. That's just a bonus.
Cross into the corner. Freeman's 3. Here comes Taylor. He got 2-on-1 now. He's got Felix. Feeds him. Goes in for the layup. Yancey couldn't follow. Baylor's got an advantage now. Prince is going to take care of it. Wait till they get back down the floor. Yeah. They wanted to set. He didn't have an open lane, so Prince just backed it out.
And eBay was smart. He didn't close out hard. Got a little driving mismatch here now on the big guy.
Prince will get away with that traveling in the NBA, but he got away with it also here. And Texas comes down, the crowd a little hostile. And there's Baylor coming back with it, trailing it here by 6. Prince is coming again. That's what he worked on.
Yep. You know, you saw the body. Brent, this kid was going to LIU out of high school. That's who recruited him and signed him. Coaching change. He showed up in Waco. He's from San Antonio. Imagine how good LIU would be right now.
Oh, mercy. Taylor, the ringleader. Horns need to respond. Lambert steps out, and eBay goes down hard, so there's a foul down low. And Gathers getting into it. Now remember, Taylor had a little bit of a scrum with Baylor last year in a game, and they're going to take Gathers away a little. Probably some. I want to show you.
Yeah, watch Gathers and eBay. They tangled up early. You see, oh, there you go. Cheap shot in the back. And then Taylor gets
called him
into it.
out.
You know what I like about that? eBay didn't overreact.
No, Taylor's the one who called him out on it.
I got to tell you.
They're going to take a look at this now.
Yeah. That's a double tech, but I wonder if they'll have anything on Gathers. And that's what Shaka Smart is telling Tom Eads right now. What happened was eBay got Gathers buried down underneath, and Gathers chucked him in the back.
And look at him. They're getting at it over there on the bench.
Yep, take a look at this now.
So you didn't think I was right that he's a defensive player, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Look at that, kid. All right. I'm telling you. But that was a cheap shot. I mean, I want to be perfectly in basketball. That's a cheap shot.
Yeah, no question.
Okay, when you get on the field,
they have
in
the foul
NFL,
too. Yeah, they got the foul too. Yeah, they got the foul and then the double tech, point of interruption. But I have to tell you, Brent, Gathers is getting a little frustrated on the offensive end because eBay is not allowing him to score over him.
Lambert takes the inbounds pass. Texas leads it by 3. Felix has to pick it up, and he almost has it stolen out of bounds. Great hustle by Baylor on defense. That was a terrific play.
That's the freshman McClure. We talk about the 2 Texas freshmen. We'll be talking about King McClure the next couple of years as well. Kid out of Dallas.
There's real passion here. These 2 schools not far apart. Austin and Waco, and they're starting to go at it. Yancey loses it.
See, I'd post Prince up right now on Yancey.
Medford. And a foul is going to be called on the freshman Davis. They're going to have a timeout. Longhorns with a 3-point lead. What's going on out here? Can somebody explain that to me? Some emotion in Waco, Texas. Just another night in a rugged Big 12 conference. Isaiah Taylor calls out Rico Gathers after Gathers shoulders eBay to the floor. Great hustle by Prince again.
Man, how about Prince? He's been everywhere tonight. You know, he told us he didn't want to just be known as a scorer. That's not going to be a problem.
Motley out on the floor along with Wainwright, Medford. Motley out for the high screen. Prince gets Davis in the air. And here's McClure, one of the youngsters on a Baylor team, Ballyhoo prospect. Prince has got the freshman coming outside on him. Yes! Another 3-ball. We're tied.
Put him in the green room.
What a night for Dorian Prince. Lambert on a turnaround. Did not get the bounce. Battle underneath. Yancey comes flying in. And it's going to go over to the Bears, and that's a foul on Yancey.
He sizes up. Watch this. Low clock. He sees the clock. Little jab step. He knows how much time, and not much that you can do about that.
Gathers having a good time watching on that bench. Coach wanted to get him off the floor after that incident.
It's important for Texas now to maintain their composure.
Medford loads Prince again. They know he's the man. Let him go. Comes clear. Didn't get the roll. Scrum on the floor. It's a held ball. It'll go over. Texas basketball. Dickie V makes his opinion felt on the held ball.
Yeah, I like it. You know, when I was coaching and they didn't have the alternating possession, they couldn't even throw the ball up straight. I love Dick, and I know he feels passionate about that, but you ask these officials, the last thing they want to do is throw that ball up in a jump
So then
ball.
why don't we start the game with a coin flip? All right?
You're right.
Okay. All right, come on. Let's do it. Let's go all the way. Here we go.
Let's get a roulette wheel.
Roach plays catch with Isaiah Taylor. Roach had a couple of big threes in that first half.
Yeah,
much more aggressive defense.
Yes. And not much on the baseline, right?
Baylor's not giving much. Taylor feeds it inside. Lambert and one. Huge play for Lambert. I can tell you right now.
Yep.
Real Madrid would pay Lambert a lot of money to go to the Spanish League.
Yeah, he'll play somewhere overseas. Watch this baseline. Nice find. That's the second time tonight, Brent, that Isaiah Taylor has been patient. And this is another one of those guys that his confidence is growing.
I'm assuming Real Madrid also has a basketball team.
No, they do, but I want to tell you, they're really good. He's probably not quite Real Madrid level yet, but he's definitely a European-type player.
Yes, he is. Like that great outside game.
Yes, he does.
He's got great size. He's got good attitude. That's terrific. 40-37. He puts the Longhorns back up by 3. Medford's had trouble with Taylor. Taylor's done a terrific defensive job on him. They load against eBay. Motley. eBay got it again. That's his 4th block of this game.
This kid's been reborn. It's great to see. You talk about confidence. Texas still can get that ball down on the baseline.
It's that time into Wainwright's hands. Here's the freshman McClure. Great pass to Motley. Just a little short on the hurt, but I'll tell you, McClure showed some great speed when he penetrated that time. And Rico Gathers is back up, settled down. They're going to put him back into the game at the next opportunity. There's Roach coming down the line.
Oh, I thought he got away with an extra one, but they thought it was a Euro step.
Here's Medford. Medford penetrates. Yes, and one. He can tie the game.
Watch him use the backboard on this. He gets into the crease. Take a look now. Here comes the shot blockers. And he uses that backboard, a little hang in the air.
So Maston comes in with Gathers. 2 substitutes. Claire is up for Smart. He's going to check back in. And we are deadlocked at 40. 12:30 to go.
You know, Lester Medford's dad played basketball with Miles Simon at Arizona, but he really made his mark on the football field. Kelvin Ephon, great running back for Dick Tomey.
That zone keeping Taylor outside. Lambert at the perimeter. Texas hasn't been able to attack on this. They're now inside at 10. Claire, here's Lambert. He'll take a contested 3 and drain it again. And he says to the crowd, that should quiet you down a little bit.
Confidence. That's what Shaka Smart has given this team.
Claire stays on the floor. Medford loads Gathers. Gathers pump fake, wrapped around, and one. Now it's Rico Gathers who can tie it again. Underneath, folks, this game is for men only right now.
Well, Connor Lambert's been a man, but he's done it out on the perimeter. Nice kick out 3. The senior with renewed confidence, and then Rico gathers. Man among boys or man among men? Tonight it's been man among men. Uses the rim to protect that shot.
Free throw when you come back. So Baylor down 1, and Holly, what about Scott Drew's huddle?
Well, these huddles have changed very much. In the first half, he was begging his guys to be more active. He kept begging for high hands after they gave up 5 3-pointers. In this last huddle, he screamed, "That's what I'm talking about. That's the way to be active." The next thing he begged him for, "I need some more transition buckets, guys." It was very fun to see how energized he was in the huddle.
Yeah, Holly, they've overcome that 8-point lead by Texas. Deadlock now at 43. It was back with 18:15 left in the first half. That's the only time that Baylor led in this game. So a stop here and a hoop will put Baylor in charge. The crowd very much alive. Good crowd here tonight in Waco. That's not always the case, but there's passion when the horns show up.
Baylor stayed in that zone the whole night. They've been 50-50 this year between zone and man.
Roach and McClure fouled in. So we're talking about the Longhorns. There is one Longhorn player in the Super Bowl. Can you name him?
Oh, man, I was Lyle Sandlin.
I'm going to give you the team.
Okay.
Carolina.
Oh, I won't get it. I won't get it.
Running back Fozzie Whitaker.
Fozzie Whitaker.
Right.
Okay.
You watch Cam Newton's going to slip him out of the backfield. He's a good receiver. Coming down the lane, and the horns celebrate Fozzie with a field goal.
Isaiah Taylor getting loose in the open field.
That's right.
I think he wore 27 at Texas. I'll probably hear about it on Twitter if I'm wrong.
No, never mind.
Yeah. Posting up that guard again.
Oh, Princeton underneath draws a double team. Can he find someone? Medford. Roach was leaning on pretty good. Medford penetrates. They want to go back over to Prince over the top of Roach. Rattled out. Davis rebounds for the Horns.
Oh, look at that hands.
Medford, great steal. Horns come back. Wrap around, won't stay down. And the foul on the rebound. Claire pulled it away, and he is fouled on that play. Great referee.
Yeah, but you know, Scott Drew thought that Medford got hit on the head here. Great steal, and then look at that hustle. You see Lammert. Boy, I think that was good. I think that was a great defensive play. Brent, effort's unbelievable both ways.
No question. We've seen it in the conference all year long with these teams. Just the effort has been incredible. Some of the great games we've been around: Oklahoma, Kansas, Iowa State. These fellows here tonight. Davis, a little bit of an air ball, loose on the floor. Oh, Taylor knocked down. Rico inadvertently got into the crowd. Doesn't like it.
I think that's incidental contact.
That's his 4th foul.
Oh, man.
Remember, he got that double. There was that double technical.
Now, I know he knocks the defender down, Brent. And Doug Sermons has done a number of Final Fours. He's a great official. But you get penalized right here for being big.
They've got to get somebody on the floor. I'm not sure that the bench realized right away. They're going to take McClure out.
You know, there's a rule in the rule book about incidental contact.
I'm really surprised. I really thought they were going to take Rico out.
Yeah, they may not know, Brent. Somebody on that bench has got to tell Scott Drew.
Oh, yeah, immediately. It's 4 fouls.
Rico better know it, more importantly. Or he's going to get that Bills tryout earlier than he thinks.
Got to let Claire go. Rico knows.
Yep.
Rico knows you got to make sure you can try to save the big fella for the last 5.
You know, Baylor's got 3 timeouts left. It almost might be wise to take one to get him out.
They're leaning on him down there low now. Claire is on him. Rico has to throw it back on the outside.
Push off.
Push off. Yep. Offensive foul.
Yep.
It goes against Baylor. Al Freeman.
See, Jerome Tang is asking how many fouls. He says 4. Watch him tell Scott Drew, but play's already started, so he couldn't get him out.
Texas, in a passionate game, leads it 47-43. But right after we wrap up this game, John Anderson and Bucci will have highlights from the hardwood as we will take you to Sports Center. They'll have highlights from the Cavs and the Pacers, and of course Louisville taking down North Carolina earlier. And you missed some of the early action of this one as you check in on the Big 12 standings, three-way tie. Baylor would be alone in first place for at least the time being, and with 4 personal fouls, Rico Gathers takes a seat.
Yep. He's had 2 fouls tonight. The one where he pushed eBay in the back, you see Tang talking to him. He's got to calm him down. Lob.
Over the top, the lob after a timeout, and Roach, the triple jump champion, couldn't bury it.
He was up high enough, wasn't he? The jump was not the problem.
Look at Shaka smiling about it.
Well, we know Kerwin Roach's not going to be a wide receiver,
No.
so the Bills guy could shut that foul down. But
there's Prince on the attack, and he is fouled. And that's number 3, I believe, on the freshman Kerwin Roach to make it 4. Let's check in with Holly.
Well, Taurean Prince is having a great night tonight. We actually asked him yesterday. I said, you know, I keep watching you play and thinking, why doesn't he take over every game he's in? He's so physically dominant. You know, he's had a few 30-point games this year, but he said, you know, that's not my focus this year. My focus is on being the best teammate I can, on facilitating, doing all the little things that get my other guys open shots. A team-first mentality for Prince this year has been very commendable. He's got 17 points tonight, but just got to love that attitude. He could take over a game, will take over a game, but he wants to be a better teammate.
Checking back in is Connor Lammert. Wainwright checks in, and Maston will take a seat. Motley on the floor for Baylor.
you know, the one thing you notice tonight, Brent, every time Baylor works their way back in, Texas has been poised and kept their composure.
Very impressive. The way they hung in there. Been tied a couple of times here in the last few minutes. Each time the Horns regained the lead. Having Taylor at the point really helps. A solid point guard. Claire gives it back to Taylor. Inside of 5 now, so Taylor follows with the 3. Shot clock was coming down, and pulling it away is Prince. A monster night for Taurean Prince. Swing inside. Battle knocked away from Motley. And right away, the Horns press the attack. Here's Holland, and he's fouled by Prince.
That play was made because of the speed of Taylor. Maybe, Brent, one of the quickest players in the country. And because DeMarcus Holland knows that, watch how hard Holland runs. Take a look. He smells it. Look at him go.
So here comes the free throw line. You know, Shaka Smart has done a lot of great things since he became the head coach at Texas. But maybe the best thing he did was convince Isaiah Taylor to come back, because he was thinking, he was very disillusioned, not happy with how things had gone last year, but convinced him that he could improve his stock.
Yes.
Come back this year, and he's one of the outstanding floor leaders in the country.
He's so much more under control right now. He knows how to channel that great speed. You're exactly right, Brent. You know, he used to keep both teams in the game. Now he just keeps Texas in the game.
And notice what he did with Rico Gathers after his teammate got knocked to the floor. I mean, it was Isaiah Taylor who went right and got in his face. Motley with a great move in low. eBay could not stay with him, so maybe they found the answer. Keep more size down there on him, and that's Motley. 2-point lead, 7.5 minutes. Taylor hits Holland.
I think you got to get Felix involved somewhere. He can stroke it from out there.
Terrific first half. Holland's open. Wainwright, rebound. Baylor comes down looking for a tie or a lead. And they feed him again. Motley maneuvers, fouled by eBay. They may have found the answer. Put Motley down there in the low block and see what eBay can do against him. So we're going to take a break here. Texas still leads, but Baylor keeps running after him.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball, and Buick, proud partner of the NCAA.
48-46, Texas leads, but the Prince is having some night.
He's been regal tonight, Brent. There's no question. We talk about seniors in this league. He may not get as much publicity as Heald and Niang, but everybody who knows this league knows how good a player he has become. And the great thing about him is he does it every which way. The hustle's been great. The scoring's been great. He's got 17 on only 12 shots. You know most of all what he's got? Great leadership. He's the heart and soul of this team, along with Rico Gathers.
Jonathan Motley out of Houston. When I think about Houston, I did a little piece today about Phi Slama Jama. I'm thinking of what Akeem the Dream Olajuwon did for basketball over in Houston when he played collegiately there, and then of course played for the Rockets.
Yep.
Was Hall of Famer in the NBA. And as we go around the Big 12, so much talent now coming out of the Houston area.
No question. State of Texas, phenomenal. You talk about this kid, Brent. You know, when Baylor went up to Iowa State early in the conference season, this guy went for 27 and 13 on that terrific Cyclone front line.
Missed 2 free throws, though, but great hustle by Wainwright. They get it back. And a Prince got eBay to move on it defensively back inside, and Motley's back on that free throw line.
How about Prince? He gave up the three to put it on the floor, and then watch him find Motley inside. Great hustle by Wainwright first. Shot fake, gets in deep, drops it inside.
I think Prince could have drawn a foul on eBay that time.
On the jump shot.
Yeah.
Just jumped into it.
Once he gets that big man up in the air, move right into it.
Oh, that's 3 in a row now for the big fella. This guy did a job on Ryan Spangler in Oklahoma last year, dropping 24 on them, and that's not easy to do.
That's one. You weren't sure when it went airborne. It wasn't pretty, but it counts. And it's a 1 point, and here comes the crowd in Waco.
Staying in the zone.
eBay. Motley on him. And Motley fouled it.
I never thought that I would see the day where Texas would throw the ball into this young man. That's how much he's improved in the last month. And by the way, Brent.
Now this is an area where he's also improved too. The free throws now.
There you see Cam Ridley.
That is the 4th foul. So that was smart basketball to drop in 4 fouls on Motley.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Let me tell you something now. When we saw him last in Kansas, he was 2 for 20. He's made 12 of his last 14 free throws. This is like heaven can wait.
Who's helping him?
Who's in that body? Who is in that body?
No, he shoots it over there. He doesn't shoot it on the head. Can't be here. Here we go. Freeman. Still 2 points ahead. Baylor basketball. Motley wants to go. Wants to be a part of it. Freeman, Wainwright. Medford. Oh, a hard screen by Motley, and they got it.
Yep.
That's is that number 5 on Motley? He is fouled out. You didn't want to do that.
They've been very, very strict on those moving screens this year.
I thought it was a good call with the naked eye. I don't know, you know, the replay.
Absolutely.
Take a look at this.
Oh no, that's a good call because he's moving. Take a look.
Right here.
He's got to give the defender room, and he's
close.
It's close.
It's
not
close.
much.
A little bit closer than I thought.
Oh man.
Close.
That's getting a ticket for going 3 miles over the speed limit right there. So now I got to tell you, if you're Texas, keep feeding eBay because Gathers has 4.
Smart calls the play. There's Isaiah to the corner. Holland, there's eBay, wants it, didn't give it to him.
See, I think you got to get Felix involved.
Lambert will take the 3. Beautiful stroke.
How about that?
What a shot. 52-47 by Lambert. He is 2 of 3, I believe, shooting the tray here.
Boy, these guys have played at such a higher level in the second part of the season. It's remarkable to see.
Wainwright puts it down, and eBay came flying over there on him. Did eBay get a piece of that, Fran?
He challenged it. I don't think he got a piece of it, but let's say he spooked the shooter. Take a watch. Look how quick he comes. Wow.
I'm going to tell you, what's the follow-through?
Yeah, he did.
He
did.
You,
you got pretty good eyes.
Hey, for an old guy.
I didn't say that.
You could have.
I just thought you ate a lot of carrots. That's all.
Listen, when I travel with you on American Airlines tomorrow, will you give me, they give you room service.
You got the trail mix.
They give you trail mix.
You can have
they
trail
want to charge me $35 for an exit row. They give you the whole thing.
And they said, Mr. Fraschilla.
Rico Gathers here at the free throw line. The bouncy ball. 15 points for Gathers on the floor with 4 fouls, remember. As Motley has fouled out, Gathers they hope to keep out there for the final 5 minutes.
Oh, there's the post up.
There they go to eBay. Gathers stays straight up. Kept his arm straight up, couldn't move into him. And Texas is going to keep going to eBay.
I've never seen this happen in 3.5 years where Prince eBay would be the focal point of the half-court offense. Tremendous.
I'm very impressed with how Texas is playing, Fran, offensively. Smart knows what he's doing, man. The 3 rattles out, and Lambert.
He got those hands up. They know what they want to do. Baylor stays in the zone.
I got to tell you, Fran, if I'm the NBA, I'm taking a look at Shaka Smart. All right? I'm telling you right now.
You just
really, that stuff he's doing with eBay,
yeah,
that's what you do.
You know what Longhorn Nation is doing right now? Please,
they're screaming at me.
Easy.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, he hurt the rim. He just hurt the rim.
Oh, mercy. The coming out performance.
Oh, man. Hey, we've been watching this.
Yeah, we've been Gather's going to come on the inside.
There you go. All right.
A 5-point lead at the 4:15 mark.
Oh, man, Brent. This is why you love this game. This kid was buried. This guy was he was in witness protection. But watch this. Watch him take the rim off. Power, strength. Ball game
Texas,
down
I apologize. eBay will go. The battle of the big fellas. eBay steps out here in the second half. And for more, let's go to Holly.
Well, for people who don't know about Prince eBay, he has barely played for the last 3 years. This is a remarkable coming out season for him, and he's had to do it the hard way. He said, you know what? In years past, I blamed everybody else but myself for the way that I was playing. Shaka Smart has helped me learn that I had to take accountability for how I was playing. It was nobody else's fault but my own. So that I'd get out there, I'd be timid, I'd make mistakes, worry, look over at the bench and get pulled out immediately. I would foul and be lazy about defense. So by taking accountability by how good he is on the floor, he has transformed himself here in this season.
Texas with a chance. Knocked away by Gathers. Big defensive play for Rico. They trail it by 5. Medford will set the table. Prince will be over on the left wing. Gathers comes out high now to screen. Wainwright in down low. And they jump Medford. And the foul is going to go against Texas. And Isaiah very upset about it. That's number 4. And
I'm surprised. There had to be contact. He wouldn't have called it, but it was a great strategy to trap the pick and roll. And let's take a look now. I just don't know about that.
It's not a foul.
You just can't call that there. That's good defense.
It's not a foul. So here comes Medford up to the free throw line.
It's interesting, Brent. Texas has been poised all night. Baylor was only within 4.
So Taylor playing with 4. Roach on the bench with 4. Gathers is on the floor with 4. The lead is 3. Coming down to 3.5 minutes between Texas and Baylor here in Waco. Baylor favored by a couple of field goals in this one.
Boy, Felix is in that corner, but he can't get a shot because Prince is bigger.
Taylor drives, feeds eBay, and eBay did not expect it.
I think he got fouled. You could see the way his arms went up.
Now Medford. Tracks it down. Keeps it on this side of the over and back line. Comes in. Baseline. Nice. Great feed. And it did not stay down. Wainwright. And then the Horns lose it. Baylor basketball. Wainwright said, how did I miss that one? Goes up to McClure and said, my fault.
Take a look now. Watch him. Just a good dime drop right there. He just blows it. And then eBay throws it out of bounds.
Push 30 on that bad pass. Taylor attacks. And he is tied up. Taylor fouled on the drive. Of course, Wednesday night we've got the crossover. Dickie V will be working with Van Gundy. Jay Villas will be with Doug Collins. And John Barry will be with Fran and I up in Kansas for the K-State game. Jay Williams work with Mark Jackson. Crossover, NBA and college. Always a lot of fun. And here comes Taylor. Big free throws now. Puts him back up by 4 at the 2:45 mark.
Not a great jump shooter, but their best free throw shooter. About 78% in the season.
Got them both. 2 huge free throws at that time, huh? 5-5 now. Here we go.
Boy, DeMarcus Holland, 6'2", is guarding Taurean Prince. Love to see them get a post up.
Medford, Wainwright. Wainwright attacks, comes down baseline. Lambert holds his ground. Good defense. And delivers.
Oh man, 2 of the hardest dunks you'll see all season long in one game.
20 points for Rico Gathers, who's lucky to still be on the floor after that incident earlier in this game, which he knocked eBay to the ground with a shoulder. Good defense by that time. Holland is forced to come back out, keeps his dribble, 4 on the shot, drives in, no. Gathers, clears. Trailing by 3. The Prince on the drive, coming in, and he is fouled.
If you want to know if Rico Gathers is aggressive enough to play either in the NBA or the NFL, take a look at this right here. Coming at you in your face.
Taurean Prince on the line with 2.
Rim Rattlers.
I think, Brent, there's an Australian rules football scout in here tonight, too. They're all here.
Speaking of Australia, there's a youngster from Melbourne who's over there on the Baylor bench being redshirted. He played with Simmons for 3 years. Ben Simmons of LSU.
Yeah, Big Joe.
So Prince knocks down the free throw. Now, Simmons had told me in Baton Rouge that he played Australian rules football, so I went to Joe. And I said, Joe, did you play Australian rules football? He said, no, man, I'm not that crazy. I didn't touch that game. 58-56. Texas leads it by 2.
Let's take a look at Texas BPI heading into tonight's game, powered by Microsoft Cloud. And this is a team that is headed for the big dance.
Well, it's on its way. Won 5 out of 6. You see that loss at TCU? A Longhorn fan would say, wow, if we didn't lose to TCU, we'd have won 7 of 8. No, that loss was rock bottom, and they've responded quite well since that upset.
Front of the iron free throws have hurt Baylor. And Taylor taking his time now. We're at a minute and a half. The horns are up 2. The crowd on its feet in Waco.
Bob.
And Roach was coming baseline. And Rico is going to be fouled out of this game. What a great design play.
Yes. We've been waiting for Roach to catch that lob, Brent. And you know what? Give Gathers credit, because watch him react to the flight of the ball. You see, Roach is open, but watch Gathers. That's great, except the body at the end.
And Roach makes sure he gets the body into the big fellow.
Now, this kid, Kerwin Roach, can really rise, but unfortunately for Gathers, the hustle got him fouled out of this game.
So they are short of size to match up against eBay. Felix is out to Taylor, telling him what coach wants to do. And so they will go to Terry Maston. So he's a good young player. We'll see if he can hold up.
Oh, he's had some really good games in Big 12 play this year. Played at a really good high school. The kid at Duke, Matt Jones, high school teammate of his.
Here's Kerwin Roach. Makes it a 3. 127. Holland comes in and Roach goes out now. They start to play offense, defense. And with the foul situation,
they want to post Prince on Holland, but eBay keeps getting involved on the help. You'll see it right here. Watch the duck in.
Medford feeds Prince. They kick it back loose, taken away.
That was, sorry, Brent, that was scouting report defense. They knew the play.
Bringing seconds down. Down toward 5. Game clock down to 45. Here comes Taylor. Lambert steps out. Throws!
Oh, boy!
Oh, baby! The Bomber does it again. The blonde Bomber knocks it down. 3 of 4 shooting the 3 balls. Up by 6, 42. Medford tries to answer. Gets one back.
Medford's done this before. 2 game winners from 3 this year.
Now 38 seconds on that game clock.
Brent, watch this. This is what I call an invisible screen. Take a look. It's an invisible screen. Lambert came out like he was going to screen. He slipped out to the wing, got the open look. And then Lester Medford, who beat Vanderbilt and Texas Tech with deep 3 balls, does it again. Okay, now, Brent, we talked about this in the first half. You make your pressure decisions in a non-pressure time of the offseason. So you practice this situation in the game. The more the coaches organize in a late game timeout, the more confidence the players have in their coach. You know your friend Dick Vermeil? He said players love organization, regimentation, and attention to detail. And that's what you're seeing in these 2 huddles right now.
How far down does Baylor play tough defense
before they foul, or will they foul? The clock is offset 8.7.
Yes.
They trail in this game by 3 points.
That's right, and that would factor into my decision. I would make it a longer game by trying to foul guys I want to foul. Because you not only have to run the clock down, if you don't foul, you must grab the rebound, then you have to go down and shoot a three. I would elongate this game by making it a free throw contest. That's what I would do.
Now we'll see what Baylor elects to do. 38 seconds left in the game.
Well, you can see, Brent, that Baylor's gone small with Prince as the 5-man.
Lambert will take the ball out of bounds. Mack is checked in for the Longhorns right here. Lambert runs the baseline.
Yep, Taylor's going to shoot the free throws. There was a foul before the ball came in.
And that is not who they want to foul in this situation.
No.
I'm sure Drew is talking over there to McClure.
Well, Shaka Smart is going to go offense, defense, and then defense, offense after the free throws.
Holly.
Literally the last words Scott Drew said in that Baylor huddle were do not foul number 1 Isaiah Taylor, number 3 Felix, or Lambert 21. So that's got Isaiah at the line. Those were not the instructions.
But Taylor missed the first, hits the second, and that's a big free throw because that makes it a 4 now at the 38-second mark, and they've got to fire Medford. Prince. Clock winding down. Prince fires. No. And Felix pulls away the rebound, and he's fouled. Might be the biggest rebound of this game.
Texas was set on the play that Baylor run. They ran a flare screen for Prince over the top. I'm a little surprised Baylor didn't just take the 2 because it was a 2-possession game. And that's why DeMarcus Holland was subbed in for defense, Brent.
So Felix with a pair of free throws. Knocks the first one down.
You remember, Felix came in here as a freshman and dropped 27 on these Bears. How calm and cool, collected has he been?
I've been very impressed with how this Texas team has operated. I've got to tell you that. Felix makes them both, and Shaka Smart right away goes to the timeout to tell them what they're going to do here. They're up by 6. 22 seconds left. Well, what a great night for Lambert. 15 points, hit 3 of 4 threes.
Yep.
We're going to make him tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Phillips 66. Big fellow is clutch. Connor Lambert from San Antonio, Texas.
You know just called Real Madrid. But you know what? This kid's been a part-time starter for 3 years. Shot about 33% from 3. Confidence has been a big factor. And Shaka Smart, Brent, I keep saying it. You know what? You say change the culture. It's just a cliche. But cliches are partly true.
It is a cliche. I'm going to tell you what he does. He can orchestrate a basketball game. This has been impressive watching. And he has gotten his point across to his players. The 3-ball battle rebound. Baylor's got it again.
Need a 3.
McClure not there. Battle to save it, and it's out of bounds. 8.8 seconds, up 6, and right away Shaka goes for offense. Mack checks back in along with Roach.
Baylor in danger of losing 2 home games, which is, you don't want to do that in the Big 12.
And that would leave Oklahoma and West Virginia alone in first place.
And remember this, Texas, this is the first of 10 games where they're playing 7 against Joey Brackett's projected NCAA field. Baylor's going to the tournament, but this is another big win for Texas.
Off of what I've seen, they can play with anybody. I thought their first half against Kansas was impressive, and then the Jayhawks regrouped at halftime. Actually, it was late in the first half. Bill Self felt that the team came together, but it was impressive at the start of that game because Texas was not blown out by the Jayhawks, and frequently that happens. So this is just a very, very impressive W for Connor Lammert and the Longhorns. 67-59. Right away, he tells Taylor, calm down now, as he came over to that sideline. Keep it calm. In other words, act like you've been there before. Players with the line now filing down, shaking hands with each other. Rico gathers. If nothing else, he impressed the National Football League on Super Bowl week. So for Fran Fraschilla and Holly Rowe, I'm Brent Musburger. Another dandy in the Big 12. So long from Waco, Texas.
This